Hello, I'm Bunnery.
I'm Brad Mower.
And this is IFXtra. So, I don't know about you, but here it's been absolutely sweltering week, hasn't it? Record-breaking temperatures, and it's just far too hot to work in the office.
Yeah. I mean, if you've been on our Discord server, then yeah, there's been a bit of ongoing chat about this. I mean, I shouldn't really complain, but yeah, I mean, in our office here, it's been about 30 odd degrees. It's like what's 50-60% humidity or something. It's the humidity that's the bad bit. I say I shouldn't complain. What temperature was it that Crow posted? 40 odd, 41, something like that.
41 degrees, I think.
So yeah, been worse for some other people. So I shouldn't really complain. But it's just humidity.
Too much for us. We're just not used to this.
Yeah.
The problem is we don't have air conditioning in our homes in England.
Yeah, the problem is in the UK, your house is built to try and stay as warm as possible because it used to be cold here.
Yeah.
And now everything is broken and it's hot here and we're not designed for it. Anyway, I digress.
But anyway, what have you been doing this week?
Well, the interesting development, well, it actually happened last week, really. So all of this quiz stuff that I've been talking about, we actually tried it out on Sunday and it was awesome.
It worked perfectly, didn't it?
Yeah, well, we had a minor technical hitch at the start where I pressed the wrong button, but that was before the stream actually started, so it was all good.
That's fine.
But yeah, it went really well. Everybody said they liked it. Because I've been keeping it mostly under wraps because I wanted it to be a surprise. But yeah, people are like, oh, wow, yeah, well, I love the bit with the thing and then this and that. And yeah, it was really cool. So yeah, the big reveal is rather than just looking at some text on a screen and that's it, it's a bit more like a TV quiz show, so you can kind of see us and then the question underneath us at the bottom and all that. So it's a bit more interesting.
And our seagull and everything.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it went really well. We had some great feedback. Thank you for everyone who said nice things. We really appreciate that. It was very cool.
Absolutely.
If you haven't checked it out, then yeah, come check out the all new Zeitgeist version 2. Yeah. Every Sunday at 7 p.m. UK time.
That's
over
tomorrow.
On mixer.com/interference.
Catch you this week. Get on the leaderboard. Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, and so we even have a working season leaderboard now as well, so we can track how people are doing over a few weeks. So that'll be quite cool. But we'll talk about that later when we give you a proper little quiz update.
Yeah, okay. Any other news from you?
Nothing terribly exciting. I've done a little bit of tinkering behind the scenes, but yeah, nothing thrilling.
You did Interference and Chill this week?
Yes, I did actually, yeah. So I did Interference and Chill on Wednesday, because Ferret was busy, unfortunately. So the slightly shorter time slot of 7 till 8 UK time on Wednesdays, which was, yeah, it was nice. Drew some good stuff. Well, I drew a bad thing. The first one's always rubbish, really, but that's my warm-up. And eventually, really I drew a girl playing hangman with a cat, and so she was like sort of lying on the floor, and yeah, it looked really cool. I liked it. Yeah. I think I'm getting better. Just need a bit more practice.
Definitely.
So yeah, I was doing that this week. I might be doing it next week. I'm not sure, but Ferret is hoping that in August, which is next week, basically.
Oh yeah.
Then we'll be able to maybe move the schedule slightly so that she can start doing it again as well. Yeah. So that'll be nice.
Cool. Okay, so I think now it's time to see who won this week's awards. Picture of the week this week goes to Aniki and Cherry for King Duck Takes a Bath. I just love the use of the colour in the pond and the onlooker looking at this imperious duck taking a bath. He looks brilliant. Well done.
My favourite description this week was, "It's so hot the ice cream not only melts but also evaporates," by Klein Luna. As well as a really good description of something being too hot, it's also really apt because that's exactly how it feels here at the moment. Nice work, Klein Luna.
Community pick of the week goes to Tuesday, for they aren't sea jellies, they're space jellies. This is a brilliant game with lots of jellies in it, but these are the space jellies and they look amazing. I just love that bright yellow colour and all the space things around it. Well done, Tuesday. They were amazing.
Awesome stuff there, as always.
Yeah, so what were we talking about last week on the forums? Can you remember? So last week I was asking you, what cartoons did you watch as a child? And we had some interesting things that we never even heard of.
I know,
quite
yeah.
cool.
And I think it's quite interesting because a lot of the stuff here, a lot of the stuff that people have mentioned, I recognise because we get a lot of American cartoons here.
We do, yeah.
But then people were still saying some things that I hadn't heard of. But then I wonder if it's a timing thing. Maybe some of this is too new.
Yeah, we know some of the American stuff, but we also had a lot of European stuff, didn't we?
Yeah.
I remember the ones with awesome theme tunes, like Ulysses and Mysterious Cities of Gold. I used to love those both.
Ulysses, no one else can do the things you do. That was awesome and educational. Yeah, stealth learning.
Oh yeah.
Like ancient Greek Odyssey kind of stuff. But in space.
I know.
Why not?
But kids' cartoons are so important. I mean, Phantom says that because she watched Cyber Chase when she was little, she's got this love of maths. And she was like way ahead of school when she already knew stuff that they hadn't even done at school.
Phantom said, I learned about negative numbers at least 5 years before school covered them, not to mention things like area and perimeter. And this is it, stupid little cartoons for kids and that. No, it's stealth learning.
Absolutely.
I mean, those of you who watch the quiz will know a lot of the time I say things like, I know this from The Simpsons. Or, whatever.
You do.
But yeah, we had quite a few things. Phantom also saying, I'll come back to that actually. Crystal saying, I remember liking Magic School Bus, Home Movies, Johnny Bravo, Dexter's Laboratory, Hey Arnold and Recess. I mean, some of those we used to get over here.
Yeah, I've heard of them, but I've never actually watched any of those.
I mean, I used to just, even when I was too old for it, I used to just, watch like
Kids'
cartoons
cartoons,
on when I was at uni, if we'd been out for a beer the night before, you just like sit around watching Saturday morning cartoons to relax. I mean, I've seen Magic School Bus with, was that the one with Miss Frizzle? Was it?
I don't know.
Miss Frizz, something
I don't
like
know
that.
that one at all.
And like Hey Arnold, Recess, I remember those. Moomin Milk saying Crayon Shin-chan on Funimation.
Never heard of that one.
Never heard of that.
Something Japanese that they Americanized?
Dubbed was hilarious, apparently.
Okay.
Kept the original spirit of the Japanese version, but integrated it perfectly for an American audience.
Yeah.
Also, mandatory shout out to Pokemon and Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen bits of the Pokemon cartoon. I've never seen any Sailor Moon, though. Had to draw Sailor Moon once on Interference and Chill.
Yeah. I've heard some of the ones that Zelfod mentioned, because Rugrats and I don't know Wild Thornberrys, I do.
I know of it. I know
that.
I can't think of the guy's name, but he's in a meme.
Okay.
But that was the thing. So like family traveling across on like a safari or something, I think.
Oh, okay.
Recess getting mentioned again. Simpsons, Rugrats, Looney Tunes. Zelfod as well. I did wonder if Zelfod's name was based on Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, like Zaphod. And they did actually say in the "What's your username? What's the story behind your username?" And I was right. Yeah.
Oh, that is true. Oh, cool.
So I'm very impressed, Zelfod. Nice.
I like it.
Klein Luna was saying so many good ones. I can't list them all. Probably forget half of them too. But now I have a lot of theme songs of cartoons in my head. Thanks for that.
I get those.
Yeah. It's all about the theme songs.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But going back to something that Phantom said, this Cyber Chase, also memorable because my dad, the other half of the reason I love maths enough to pursue a degree in it, told me about a couple of the cast members. Digit is Gilbert Gottfried and Hacker is Christopher Lloyd. That blew my mind. Unfortunately, in his attempt to prove it to me by showing me their voices, I had to face up to one of those moments where nostalgia doesn't live up to reality. Yeah, because sometimes you go back and you watch these things again and you're like, oh yeah, I used to love this, it's really awesome. And then you watch it and you're like, But I mean, some things do age quite well.
Oh, yeah.
We watched a little bit. Well, we watched the intro of Ulysses 31 again the other day, and I'm like, I'd still be up for watching that.
Yeah.
Just need to wait for it to come onto Netflix or something.
Cool.
I mean that question is still in the forums. If anyone can think of any other cartoons that they want to,
let us know.
Had a little bit of nostalgia there. It was good.
It's cool. Okay, now it's time to see what we're going to be talking about this week. We do a board games night quite often with family or friends. What board games do you like to play? We have a few favourites, but I love Bunny Kingdom that Breadmoor bought me for a while ago, mainly because it's got lots of actual bunnies that you play with.
If you'd like to chime in with that, then just head over to the general discussion forum. It's the pinned thread for the week, so you'll find it at the top of the thread list.
Cool. Now, don't forget, tomorrow night, as we mentioned, is quiz night. 7 o'clock.
All new, Zeitgeist V2.
Yeah. So it still works the same, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. If you haven't seen it before, it's a general knowledge quiz, a bit like a pub quiz, but each round is based on one of the week's drawings from Interference.
Yeah.
So Bunnery here picks some of her favourite drawings of the week and then writes some questions around them. And I don't know anything about it ahead of time. I don't see the pictures or the questions or anything, so I get to play along with all of you. But you can tell us who the featured artists are, can't you?
Yeah, this week I've chosen pictures from Amvol, Bumblebat, Gusto Peck, Lacunda, and Miss Fuego. They're really good as well.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll have to join us tomorrow night, Sunday, 7 p.m. UK time, to see which pictures have been chosen and then what questions is going to be on them.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I say, you get to play along live in real time with the rest of the audience and see who knows the most. Because if you answer correctly, we'll give you 10 points. And you get a bonus point if you're the fastest correct answer.
They're so important.
And then we add all of this up and we
yeah.
have a leaderboard at the end. And I can tell you that last week, Grinning Goose finished on top with 231 points. Then Engulfed Tick in second place with 221 and Phantom in third place on 211.
Cool.
But part of this whole quiz version 2 thing is we're doing quiz seasons as well. So we're tracking people's scores over a longer period of time. So what we can tell you is that the top performing players at the moment, so far, so this is over 3 weeks now.
3 weeks so far, yeah.
Grinning Goose is in the lead on 644.
Yeah.
Engulfed Tick just behind on 634. And then Just Crystal is in third place on 540.
Yeah. So we need a few more different people winning the quiz, don't we?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it
Mix it up a little bit.
It did look like Phantom was going to win last week, but then dropped a few just at the end.
Had a tricky round at the end, didn't we? Yeah.
But that's it, you know, it's different rounds every week, so maybe this week will be your jam.
Yeah, not your Marmite.
Exactly. So, yeah, it would be great if you could come and join us. As we say, we do this every Sunday night over on mixer.com/interference, live at 7 p.m. UK time. Although we do normally turn up a little bit earlier, you know, about 6:45 for some pre-quiz chat if you want to join us and let us know what you've been up to this week.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's enough news for this week. So, just goes to say.
Yeah, if you're not already taking part in the game, then get involved at playinterference.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at PlayIFX or on Facebook at PlayInterference. We've also got a Patreon page at patreon.com/interference if you want to give us a bit of monthly support for maintenance of the game, developing new features, working on all this quiz stuff, feeding cats, and all of these other bits and pieces that we do. We really appreciate your support.
Okay, so we'll see you again next time.
Yep, have a great week. We'll see you next Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.